Hey everyone, Christina Del Rey with your yearly forecast for 2022 for Gemini. Okay, Gemini, so we start out the year with Venus in retrograde. So Venus is going to retrograde from December 19th, 2021 in Capricorn until January 29th of 2022. So you're going to be going into the year with this Venus retrograde, and this is going to be big changes in relationships and values. It's happening for you in a part of the sky that has to do with intimate relationships, also money that you share with somebody else, or money that comes to you from other sources. This is going to make you reprioritize your goals, reprioritize your money perhaps. Think about what you want to share, what you don't want to share. This could be a deep intimate relationship too, and you thinking about what you really want in a relationship. But there is definitely going to be some kind of shift by the end in not only your values but your relationships and what intimacy means to you. We also have the nodes in January shifting. The North Node is going to go into Taurus, and the South Node is going to go into Scorpio. So with the North Node in Taurus, this really has to do with the senses, food, values, possessions, and your relationship with material things. But Taurus in particular is money, and it has to do with security. So for you, it's falling in the 12th house, and the 12th house is endings. It is also the subconscious. So there could be a lot of subconscious endings, but there could be endings in what you value, your relationship with material things. This is more of an ethereal area of the chart for you, your connection to spirit. You might start to value your connection with spirit more. You might step into more of a spiritual realm, a state of mind. With the 12th house here, this is also charity that you give, charity that you receive. So maybe you will be involved in some kind of charity. This could also be places of institutions as well, where you might, again, back to the charity, you might donate, or maybe donate your time. But there's going to be a subconscious reflection, and maybe like change in goals. But it's more, it's harder to put your finger on because it is 12th house. Could be a lot going on in the dream space too, while the North Node is there. And then that puts the South Node in Scorpio. So Scorpio is what needs to be purged, shadow work, what needs to be cleared out. And for you, it's going to be in the 6th house. So the 6th house has to do with your health, your diet, what needs to go in your work life, in your daily life, your daily rituals. Also problem solving. The way that you problem solved before might not be the way that you're problem solving now. And maybe you're relying more on your faith. 12th house is the other side. So maybe you're leaving behind some bad habits in this next year. And maybe you are starting to trust your intuition more. Maybe you're trusting spirit more. Maybe you are ending what needs to be ended and accepting it, and moving on with your life, instead of trying to hold on to things in your daily life that no longer serve you. Okay, and then we also have Mercury retrograde, and Mercury is your ruler. So Mercury is going to retrograde similar to this year. So the dates on those are January 14th, Mercury is retrograde into Aquarius and Capricorn. So Aquarius is an air sign that happens for you in the area of broadcasting, the area of education. So, expect some things to sort of trip up there. It's also going to retrograde a little bit into Capricorn, your 8th house. So it's going to have to do with shared monies once again, and intimacy. So there could be some lessons around that, around communication, and how you conduct yourself in both of those areas. May 10th, Mercury retrograde into Gemini and a little bit into Taurus. So again, this is going to be a major one for you, because so it's May 10th to June 3rd. Mercury is your ruler. You always feel it. You always have the problems with the technology. You always have, it's really, Mercury retrograde is to slow us down, bring us back into the body. So this will be a particularly tough one for you because it's in your first house. So, that rules you and how you communicate, and it might just feel a little bit like, you're spinning in circles. You can't really get anywhere. September 9th, Mercury retrograde into Libra and Virgo. So that's going to be for you in the area of relationships, romantic relationships, but also your children too, if you have children or children that you are around or children that you want. So you might be rethinking how you communicate with your children, or maybe you're rethinking having children. There has to be some kind of connection to this. If it's not children, it's going to be romantic love, or it could be both. What do you really want from a relationship? How are you communicating in your relationships? These are all going to be important decisions, and it's going to retrograde a little bit into your fourth house of home as well. Home and family and ancestors as well. December 19th, Mercury retrogrades into Capricorn. So this is an area of your chart. Oh yeah, so this is going to have to go all the way back to the shared monies again. So grants that you get, any money that you get from outside sources, but also like money that's merged. You're going to be exploring that once again. Maybe redoing something, some kind of grant or some kind of money. But that will lead us into 2023. We'll talk about that more. We also have this year, we have Mars going retrograde, which is, unusual. And this happens October 30th at 25 degrees Gemini. So you're lucky you get Mercury and Mars retrograde in your sign. So this is going to likely feel like you can't get anything done. Things might be a bit, shall we say, blocked perhaps. And so, it's not until October 30th and it goes to 2023, January 12th, 2023. But it's likely that you will have to plan strategically. You're not going to be able to force action. It's going to be more of a strategic action. We'll talk about that more when it comes closer. But because it's in your first house, it's going to be how people see you. So it's going to have to be more of a strategic action. You're not going to be able just to do what you need to do. It's going to have to be more planned out and high vibrational. Your also actions and how you present yourself to the world might even come under review. The way you talk, the way you present yourself, that's going to be something that you want to review and maybe change, but it's going to be more of a strategic thing. Okay, so I would like to talk a little bit about Jupiter is going to sextile Uranus in February 17th. So that is a really nice combination of planets, and it's happening in the 12th and the 10th for you. So any career opportunities that come up, anything that comes up that, the sextile is opportunity. Uranus is freedom and Jupiter is expansion. So something might be expanding your freedom in a work situation, and that might include an ending, but it's like a good ending where it blesses you. So stay on lookout for that. April 12th, we have Jupiter Neptune. So this is an interesting energy. It's almost like spiritual gets bigger. We're not real sure how this is going to play out though. If you are in spiritual work, this is a really nice combination for that. If you're not, then there might be an idea, or there might be something that you have faith in, and now you feel like you really have faith in it. This is going to be an interesting energy. Neptune can sometimes be a little delusional too. So, if it sounds too good, it might be. But this is going to be like kind of an energy of hope and trying to get your wishes fulfilled. Okay, so I really want to talk about, so Jupiter in Pisces. Jupiter goes into Pisces on December 29th of 2021, and it stays there until May of 2022. And it's going to retrograde out for a little bit and then come back October 27th. But I think for you, this is going to be really nice. This is going to be very healing energy. This is going to expand your title, your career, how people know you. Okay. And if you, even if you plan to, this might even be really nice if you're expanding your business, or you are getting investors perhaps in your business. But this is a really beautiful time. Also a really nice time to trust spirit and, be optimistic. Jupiter is a time of blessings and expansion. So hopefully, you will feel this energy, and it's very healing too. So whether you heal others or you're feeling healed, I think that you're going to really enjoy this energy. I do want to talk about the eclipses that are coming up as well. So we have a solar eclipse April 30th at 10 degrees Taurus. We have a lunar eclipse May 15th at 25 degrees Scorpio. We have a solar eclipse October 25th, 2 degrees Scorpio. And then we have a lunar eclipse November 8th, 15 degrees Taurus. So for you, your eclipse axis for the next 18 months is going to be reminiscent of the eclipse on November 19th, 2021, because that's where it began. So whatever came in at that point, you should definitely have paid attention to, because it's likely it will be revisited. So for you, you're going to be dealing with daily work and endings, karmic endings. You're going to be dealing with the spiritual and ethereal and dream space versus the daily, grind, the health and daily practices of work that you do. So it's going to be purging in that area. You're going to be purging when it comes to health, purging when it comes to your daily work, and purging when it comes to your routine and even the way that you problem solve things. And karma is going to be served in that area, so things will be falling away. And we want to look at Taurus too. So Taurus is telling you to look at stability. It has to do with material stability. It has to do with security. So it's almost, and because it's in this 12th kind of hidden part of your chart, it does have to do with endings, but it also has to do with you having more faith in security, more faith in how your beliefs or your belief system, and how you approach getting in touch with your subconscious as well. So with the eclipses, this would be a great time to get into meditation or some kind of spiritual practice that connects you to the earth, connects you to spirit. Taurus tends to be goal oriented, and because this is a part of the sky that's a little less tangible, you could be changing your goals. There could be endings and new beginnings in your goals, and more faith with your goals too. Maybe more feeling like you have spirit on your side. All right, Gemini, I think it'll be a great year for you.